No one remembers the exact year it happened. Some elders say it was during a season when the rains refused to fall. Others swear it was after a night when the moon did not rise at all. But everyone agrees on one thing. The village of Ndalani vanished in a single night. Ndalani was not hidden. It was not small. It sat proudly between a river and a forest, with smoke rising from its hut every morning and laughter echoing across its fields. Children ran barefoot through the dust. Women sang as they pounded grain. Men returned at dusk with firewood and stories. And yet, by sunrise, one morning, it was all gone. No fire, no bodies, no sign of struggle. Just silence. The elders say it began with a warning. One evening, a stranger arrived at the edge of the village. He was old, too old. His back was bent, his eyes cloudy like rain-soaked ash. He leaned heavily on a crooked staff and asked for water. The villagers whispered. No one had seen him walk in from the forest. He was simply there. The chief ordered that he be given water and food, but the people watched him closely. Before leaving, the old man turned back and said, "This land remembers promises you have forgotten." The villagers laughed. By morning, the stranger was gone. That same week, strange things began to happen. The river that had never dried began to shrink. At night, villagers heard drums coming from the forest, but when they went to check, there were no drummers. Children spoke of shadows standing outside their huts, whispering their names. The elders called a meeting. They remembered something the young ones had never been told. Long ago, before Ndalani was built, the land belonged to the forest spirits. The people had been allowed to settle there under one condition: never cut the sacred fig tree at the heart of the forest. It was the spirit's doorway. But years passed, elders died, stories faded, and when drought came, a desperate man broke the rule. The fig tree was cut. That night, the final night, no one sensed danger. Fires burned, pots simmered, mothers sang songs to children for them to sleep. Then the wind stopped. Dogs began to howl, and a deep humming sound rose from the ground itself, like the earth breathing. Some say the forest walked that night. Others say the ground opened silently and swallowed everything whole. There were no screams, no panic, just a single moment when time seemed to fold on in itself. When the sun rose, travelers approaching Dalani found only flat earth. No huts, no footprints, no ashes. Even the paths leading to the village ended suddenly as if erased. The river flowed normally again. The forest stood untouched, but something was wrong. Birds refused to fly over the land. Hunters fell sick when they stepped too close. And at night, some claimed to see faint lights moving beneath the soil, as if fires still burned underground. Years later, a group of men tried to rebuild there. They did not last 3 nights. On the first night, they heard voices calling their names. On the second, they dreamed of people begging to be remembered. On the third night, they ran, leaving everything behind. To this day, no one lives there. Elders lower their voices when they pass nearby. Mothers pull children closer. Travelers avoid the land after sunset, because they say, on certain nights, when the moon is thin and the air is still, you can still hear it. Distant laughter, grinding stones, a village living its final night again and again. And the elders will tell you this: Ndalani did not disappear because it was weak. It disappeared because it forgot who truly owned the land. So, if you ever come across a place that feels empty but heavy, do not camp there, do not dig, and whatever you do not ask what happened to the village that vanished overnight. Some stories are not meant to be uncovered, they are meant to remain buried.